Breathing. It's literally the first thing we do when we arrive in this world, and it's the very last thing we do before we leave it. It's the most fundamental, automatic, life-sustaining act we perform. But for millions of people around the globe, each breath isn't automatic. It's a terrifying struggle. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to bridge ancient holistic wisdom with modern science to help you understand how to achieve true respiratory freedom. We're looking at a system that doesn't just manage symptoms, but completely changes the environment of the body. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. The battle for breath, 2. Asthma through an Ayurvedic lens, 3. The 3 pillars of relief, 4. Panchakarma, deep Ayurvedic detox, and finally, 5. The integrative healing path. I promise we'll carefully unpack all these ancient concepts and integrate them perfectly with your modern medical reality. Section 1. The battle for breath and the global asthma crisis. 262 million. That is a staggering number, right? That is the estimated number of people globally who are currently affected by asthma. That's hundreds of millions of people living every single day with inflammation, airway constriction, and that underlying fear of when the next attack might just happen. And tragically, it leaves us right to this figure, 450,000 annual deaths globally. So we're not just talking about a minor inconvenience here. This is a true global health emergency, and the stakes are incredibly high. For decades, the primary approach in modern medicine has been to suppress these symptoms. Think of life-saving inhalers and steroids as treating the fire. They act as an absolutely critical frontline defense. But Ayurveda offers a totally different perspective. It focuses on removing the kindling. In this explainer, we're going to explore how Ayurveda completely changes the landscape, healing the root cause so that the fire rarely even has a chance to start. Section 2. Asthma through an Ayurvedic lens, a systemic imbalance. In Ayurveda, asthma is known as Tamaka Shwasa, and the ancient texts don't view this just as a localized lung disease. It's a whole body system approach. Health is maintained by 3 bioenergies, or doshas: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Tamaka Shwasa is primarily a Kapha Vata predominant disorder. Let's break that down. Think of Kapha as water and earth. When balanced, it provides nice moisture to the lungs. But when it gets aggravated, it becomes heavy and sticky, and it actually blocks your channels of life force. This forces air, which is represented by Vata, into an erratic reverse movement called pratiloma gati. And you guessed it, that forced reverse movement is exactly what causes the wheezing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is where this respiratory imbalance actually begins. Believe it or not, it starts in your gut. Ayurveda places immense importance on Agni, that's our digestive fire. When your Agni is weak, you don't digest food properly, which creates these toxic byproducts called Ama. This Ama travels, gets lodged in the lungs, and mixes with Kapha to create that sticky, inflammatory mucus. That mucus blocks the airways, forcing the Vata to become erratic, and boom, resulting in an asthma attack. So it's actually poor digestion that ultimately triggers the respiratory crisis. Crazy, right? Section 3. The 3 pillars of relief: Shodhana, Shamana, and Rasyana. The first proactive step you can take today involves Ahara, your diet, and Vihara, your lifestyle. Since food is literally medicine, you want to shift your habits toward warm, light, easily digestible foods like soups and khichdi to really support that digestive fire, your Agni. On the lifestyle side, practicing pranayama, breathing, and chest-opening yoga poses, like the cobra or bridge pose, directly fortifies your respiratory system against triggers. Add in a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep and some meditation to reduce stress, and you are actively building a defense. Then we have the plant-based powerhouses. These are the herbs that modern science is actively beginning to validate. Tricadu, which is a blend of peppers and ginger, is a digestive stimulant that literally burns away that toxic ama. Haridra, or turmeric, is a super potent anti-inflammatory for the bronchial tubes. Then there's Agastya Hartaki, which acts as a rasyana, a deep, lung rejuvenator that builds lasting immunity. And Siddhapalati Churna is just excellent for actively clearing out that sticky respiratory mucus. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, Panchakarma, deep Ayurvedic detox for expelling deep-rooted toxins. So, Panchakarma literally translates to 5 actions. These are highly sophisticated detoxification procedures. They're designed to pull deep-seated toxins right out of the tissues and restore a precise balance to your doshas. Now, I have to firmly caution you right here, these are intense, clinical therapies. They must exclusively be performed under the direct supervision of a qualified Ayurvedic practitioner for profound, lasting relief. Do not try these on your own. And this brilliantly illustrates how each specific therapy precisely targets and cleanses a unique physiological gateway. Vamana, which is therapeutic emesis, directly expels heavy kapha from the stomach and lungs, providing immense relief from congestion. Virichana is a purgative process clearing the lower tract and drastically lowering the systemic inflammation driving the asthma. Finally, Nasya uses medicated oils through the nasal passages to clear the sinuses and lubricate those respiratory channels, the pranavaha srotas. Once the body goes through these detox therapies, it essentially becomes a clean slate. The channels are open, the digestifier is strong, and rejuvenation therapies can now deeply nourish the lung tissue. And this isn't just theory anymore. Modern clinical studies are beginning to validate this, showing that Ayurvedic formulations like Padmapatradi Yoga significantly improve peak expiratory flow rates and actually reduce markers of allergic inflammation in the blood. Section 5. The Integrative Healing Path, Bridging Ancient and Modern Medicine. I want to be crystal clear on this point. If you are currently taking inhalers or steroids for your asthma, please do not stop them abruptly. Ayurveda is a powerful complement, but it is not a sudden replacement for your emergency medicine. The goal here is absolutely not to reject modern medicine, but to safely integrate it with ancient wisdom for the best possible outcome for your lungs. So, the crucial point is this. Modern medicine excels at emergency symptom management. It keeps you safe in the moment. Ancient wisdom focuses on healing the root cause over time. As your body heals its underlying imbalances through diet, herbs, and targeted detox, your inflammation drops. And the beauty of this approach is that as that happens, your reliance on emergency medication can naturally, safely decrease over time, all under your doctor's supervision. I want to leave you with this question to reflect on. Asthma can sometimes make you feel like your own body is the enemy. But your body is incredibly intelligent, and it is capable of profound balance when given the right conditions. The path to breathing freely isn't just about suppressing a wheeze. It's about rekindling your digestive fire and strengthening your life force. So are you ready to look at your plate, take a slow, deep breath, and reclaim your vitality?